Hello, good people. I am Pastor Alfred,
And I am Caroline
and
Alfred,
together we are.
the ALFREDS. Once again, I welcome you to another episode of Balancing Matrimonial Equations with the ALFREDS. Today, we have an important topic that has been a source of concern to me, to the ALFREDS, and to every other well meaning person, any person who means well for marriages.
Yeah.
That topic is divorce. You turn on the social media every day and you find couples divorcing.
Wow.
This divorce is not just an epidemic in Nigeria or Africa, but it's an epidemic that has been ravaging the world,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, though divorce has always been, but I
But
think it's
the
the rate,
rates
yeah,
of
the
it
rate at
now.
which couples divorce this time around is very alarming. And I would like to know from you, Pastor Alfred, what you think about the causes of divorce.
Yeah.
What do you think are the causes of
Well,
divorce?
I would just like to say this: no one can actually know all the causes of divorce,
Okay,
because what can cause divorce in one marriage
okay,
may not cause divorce in another marriage.
okay.
But I'd just like to say some general perspectives,
Yeah, general
views,
causes.
and just say a few so that our audience can also contribute and also add their own
Yeah,
views.
views.
I like to say this: sometimes people get married when they are not prepared for marriage. That
Okay.
somebody is dating doesn't mean the person is prepared for marriage. You understand me? And then there are people that got married, not because they really wanted to get married, but their partners, either sometimes the circumstances and situations made them to accept to get married then.
Okay.
You understand? I've seen people that you found out that they were confused by money and they
Oh,
entered marriage. So
okay.
were convinced by words they entered marriage.
Okay.
And when they entered the marriage, they now realized that it is not what they expected. They just but they were not prepared for what they were seeing.
Okay.
You understand me? Okay, let me even ask this question, just a few questions so that I can throw more light on it. Sometimes I used to ask every couple of days, is your spouse your spec?
Okay.
There are people that got married to people who originally is not the kind of person they want to spend their life with.
Okay.
I've seen a lady that told me in confidence in a place of counseling
Okay.
that she accepted her husband because she was not getting suitors that period. But on her wedding day, a guest came for her wedding, and that man was her perfect spec.
Spec.
And when she was getting married to another person, she
Oh,
was wishing that someone in the audience
was her
who
husband.
was her husband.
Oh, wow.
So you find out that there are people that are married and they're not proud of who they got married to.
I agree.
Some people like a particular kind of lady, a particular
Some
kind of
people are
man.
not even proud to go out with their
To go,
spouses.
yes, but a lot of them just pretend,
Mm.
and some that in public they are not proud. So when they not see the kind of people, they live in denial,
Yeah.
and you can't deny yourself forever. You understand me? The second question I want to ask is: your spouse your friend? We hear people say, "Marry your friend, marry your friend." The truth is, it's not about marrying your friend; it's about being friends who you
With who
marry.
you, yeah.
Because I've seen people that will be friends when they get married, they are no longer friends.
Yeah.
I've seen people that may not really be friends when they get married, and I realize that they were actually meant for each other,
Yeah.
and then the friendship keep
Blossoms.
building.
Yeah.
You understand me? Now, do you know that there are people that when they're with their partners, they have nothing to talk about, they have nothing to gist about, they have
Okay.
nothing to laugh about. But when they are with their colleagues,
Mm. They
their
are
acquaintances, their maybe classmates, you find out
they are
that's when
all
you see
excited.
excited, they talk, they laugh, this, that, that. I've seen a lady has told me before that she feels somehow that when her husband is with her,
Okay.
every little thing the man is angry.
Upset.
But that
Okay.
what the husband cannot tolerate from her, the husband tolerates from
From
other
outside.
people
I
outside,
know.
So sometimes if your partner is your friend, that friendship there
Mm.
helps in keeping the marriage, you
Yeah.
understand? And then there are people that also got married, they said, I do, even when they don't know what to do yet, and they are confused, not knowing what to do. You understand me? Like I was telling a man was complaining that he wants to take his wife back to her parents, that he doesn't like the way the woman cannot do this, man cannot do that. And I told him, I said, you were called bridegroom on your wedding day, and she was called bride when you got married to her. And if she's bride and you're bridegroom, your role as bridegroom is to groom the bride.
I see.
So you don't need to send her back to her parents or to be angry. Now you are married to her. In her father's house, she was not a bride, she was a daughter. So they trained her as a good child, not as a so but the qualities will help her to be a good wife to an extent, but you have to groom her. If there are things you don't like about your wife, you don't need to make it an issue. You tell the person, talk about it, don't nurse grievance and begin to attack the person in direct or indirectly. You understand me? Some people also don't even know why they are called Mr. and Mrs. Mr. You see, MRO, it means mature and responsible.
Oh,
Mature and
wow.
responsible. MRO. So when you're a man and you are married, you should be mature first and responsible. You don't be wayward. You don't be, and then you expect your marriage to
To
blossom. You
blossom.
understand me?
Yeah.
I called some people conjugal bliss, even in the midst of conjugal blunders.
Mm.
There could be conjugal blunders and they expect conjugal bliss. Now,
Yeah.
Mrs. for the woman, MROS, means mature, reasonable, and submissive. So
Mm.
any woman that's not yet mature for marriage is not reasonable enough to understand a man and is not submissive to a man, cannot keep a home. Are you understanding me? So some of these things are things that brings problems in marriages.
Marriages.
Another point I also want to raise is there are men that get married to a lady. In their mentality, women are baby factories. So when
Oh,
they get married to a lady for 1 year, 2 years, the lady has not conceived yet.
yeah.
Their love for her
Oh,
dwindles. The love
yeah.
works school, and then they begin to look for
Someone
someone
else
else to replace their wife,
who would give birth
to
to
give birth to
children for
children
them.
for them,
Mm.
forgetting that even the best factory in the world will require the right raw materials to be able to produce the right products. You understand me? So
Okay.
sometimes it may not be that the lady is not fertile or is barren. It may be that you are not putting the required raw material for her to produce the baby you want her to produce. So women too are looking for men, and they see men like ATM machines. They look for
Uh-huh.
men. They want to get married to wealthy
Yeah.
men. I keep telling ladies, you don't necessarily need a wealthy man. You need a wealthy mind. You understand me? If you have a wealthy mind, you can create wealth on your own. You don't marry a man because of wealth. You can marry a wealthy man without a wealthy mind and still not enjoy
And what
the
happens?
marriage.
Okay, assuming you even marry a wealthy man, what happens if he loses all the wealth?
Okay, just that. That's it. These are what people don't also think
Because
about.
life
Yeah.
happens.
So I think at this point, I still have a lot of things to talk about, but
Okay.
let's give our
Yeah,
audience the
the
opportunity to
opportunity to
also
also add to
contribute.
the
Because the truth
conversation.
is, a lot of people you see in marriage are actually suffering from emotional tortures.
Mm,
Some are suffering from mental torments. Some
mm.
are suffering from spiritual tumors. Different issues, and you can't really talk about it. And okay, let me say one tell you this. I put it to you that a large percentage of married people, if
Okay.
given an opportunity to choose
Mm,
again, they will never choose this person
I
they're married to
agree
now.
with
But of
you.
course, you now always choose you over and over again. And I know you choose me too, because nobody can be as good as I am to. Yeah. So, baby,
Mm.
let's just
All right, so we'll be waiting to hear your opinions in the comment section. Please do well to like, to share, to comment, and publicize this as widely as you can.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
God bless you. Step 2.